Save the world. Oh, okay. I don't think I understand what that means still, so I apologize. Oh, Save the World is a DLC. Okay. Here we go. We got a canna box, unfortunately. Oh, these are much easier to fight than when we first fought them in the Tower of Trades. Hey, Lanfon, level 25. Very good. The zombies are called husks, and you build and defend. Oh, okay. I kind of like that as a gameplay mechanic. I've never played a tower defense game where it was also you running around and building and maintaining the towers, but I know that games like that exist. And I just generally like tower defense games, so I feel like I would enjoy that kind of game as well. The Manguini, our first foray with demonic enemies. Oh, these guys are dangerous. Thank you, Jojo. The Battle Royale is the free-to-play game. Yeah. I never got into Fortnite. I think where I was in life when Fortnite became a thing, and the other game that came before it that I always forget the name of, it just, I wasn't playing those kind of games, and I wasn't in school anymore, so it wasn't like I had the free time to be playing games with people. If those games came out when I was in high school, I would probably be all over those games. If you download Fortnite, you can buy the DLC Save the World. It's another game mode. Save the World is player versus enemies. I get ya. I prefer that as a game type. I prefer player versus enemy as opposed to player versus player. I just think it's more fun that way. Like, when me, my wife, and my friend were looking for MMORPGs to play that were preferably free, we landed on Guild Wars 2. And I have to say, aside from maybe like a few small things that, you know, obviously aren't in control because, you know, it's a free-to-play game already as it is. There's payment options, of course, but with free-to-play, it was the best experience I've had with an MMO in a very long time. If you've never played Guild Wars 2, there's an aspect of the game that promotes exploring the world. There is an aspect of the game that promotes player versus player, that is in a separate area. And there's a heavy focus on player versus enemy. And to me, that is the perfect MMORPG experience. If you prefer exploring than fighting, you can, and you can level up by exploring as well. And if you prefer fighting enemies, there's so much player versus enemy and cooperative player versus enemy. And then also, in addition to that, if you do like PvP, player versus player, there's a whole other section that you can do that in. And I just think that's great. How about PvAI, a thing? Have AI as non-human player? I mean, enemy is essentially AI, isn't it? Or do you mean specifically enemies that are trained to imitate human gameplay? But even then, I feel like that's still just an enemy. You're just making it a more advanced enemy. Either way, like, I think that would be fine. It'd be interesting for certain. I mean, that's kind of how you can do Smash Bros. Smash Bros. Ultimate with the amiibo figure fighters. You can train an amiibo to have human-like responses to certain like inputs and certain button inputs for certain situations, and it's better than just fighting a CPU in that case. Which again reminds me that I want to do a season 2 of my amiibo championship league that I did. I still need to figure out what will be what's the new season, what makes it new. I gotta figure that out. If we do have a game AI enemy players, it'll be Terminator game, humans versus robots. Probably. Although, I mean, there's been so much in terms of creativity and content between when Terminator came out and now, that Terminator is not the only example of like humans versus robots. It's a big player. You might even say it's one of the progenitors of the genre. But I mean, there's so many other things that might even be more better executed than a Terminator game. Nothing wrong with the Terminator series, though. I'm course, who would win, humans or robots? I mean, sorry to sound pessimistic, but I think there's no way that humans could win against robots. If it really came down to it, I don't think it would be possible. Ooh, magic shield. Yes, please. I'm glad we didn't buy this. So, someone help me. I demand to be rescued this instant. Queen Voluptua's voice can be heard coming from within, deep within. Oh, there she is. Are we ready to fight the boss? Let us heal everybody. You know, JoJo has enough MP. I think we'll be fine. But maybe I should give myself a magic water. Yeah, I think that's the play here. We do have a Sage's Elixir, 90 MP to a single ally. Since we don't have a wizard on our team anymore, I don't think we really need that at the moment. I've seen that movie Cowboys vs. Aliens, the Cowboys one. I think unless it's like a dystopic movie, you won't see the humans lose in an entertainment environment. I like to see a movie for horror. I mean, those types of situations, regardless of movie or otherwise, like, they are scary to think about. Alright, I think we're good. We only stand to lose, like, 4,000 gold if we die here. That's fine. Let's go save Voluptua. Please, you've got to help me. Drak's gone mad. He thinks he's in love with me or something. My luscious voluptua. Now I have you all to myself. I can tell you how long I've loved you. Oh, Loom. It's you're the traveler who lifted me up and lugged me back when I was laying low in that tree. You nearly spoiled my plans to use that fruit to realize my wildest dreams. My animal instincts told me that if I feasted on its flesh, my body would remodel itself into a fine mortal form. And how right they were. Just look at me. Am I not the most alluring little fellow you've ever laid eyes on? It may have worked a little too well, I fear. My darling voluptua seems almost too overwhelmed to look at me. Dearie me, the poor idiot thinks he's turned into a mortal. It's lucky there's no mirrors nearby. Did you say something? Pah, never mind. Tell me, what are you doing here? Have you come to intrude on the greatest love that ever lived, that between my lordly self and the luscious voluptua? You what? You've taken a shining to the queen? You're a flapping lizard. Lies! I am no lizard. I am finally immortal. And our love can live at last. I will not tolerate these intrusions into our love nest. You will leave me and my beloved alone. The Grand Lizier draws near. Water time, by the way. I really wish I had done water time before that, because that took a strain on my voice. For Honor is that Ubisoft game where they have samurais versus Vikings and Spartans. It's a three-way war. It's all swordplay. Oh, you didn't say for horror, you said for honor. My apologies. Yeah, that'd be an interesting movie. I haven't seen or heard anything about For Honor in a very long time. All right. Let's see here. I guess we'll just attack for now. Most of our strategy involved our mage, Nina, so now that we don't have Nina, it's mostly just an attacking party. Ooh, that's not good. Hey, Jojo, primed for a coup de grace. Very good. Let's put an insulate on Jojo, just so that he doesn't lose his health as much as everybody else. They do now have a fourth army, and it's now a four-way war. I liked it when it was a three-way war. Now it's confusing the lore. Who's the fourth party in that? Oh, excuse me. You forget? Oh, that's fine. If you're able to find the information about it, let me know. I'm interested. Oh, that's not good. At least it's only Phoenix and Lanfon who are missing their turns here. The Crusade? I don't want to sound pessimistic, but I'm not as interested if it's just the Crusade. I mean, it makes sense, I guess. But it's like, you already have Vikings, Samurais, and Spartans. Throwing just Knights in there, Alright, let's heal Lanfon. Oh, thank God. It's a devastating attack, apparently. Alright, let's heal ourselves. Everyone else is okay right now. Oh, Lanfon, come on. Yeah, they have a Temper Knights, but there's a Warlord calling herself a Goddess of War. She's the boss. I mean, I assumed. Even then, that doesn't make, like, historical accurate sense, because I don't think in the Crusades they used female knights. I could be wrong. It just doesn't sound historically accurate. Actually, no. Let's heal Rocky. Ooh, 90 damage. Holy cow. Alright, Rocky, we're going to hold on to your coup de grace for a little bit. I need to do a mid-heal on Lanfon, and I want you to protect her in case an attack gets through before the heal goes off. You know, just to be sure, because I don't think the mid-heal is going to heal the full 90, let's do another heal on Lanfon as well. And shocks enemies into an action, turns up the tension. Let's see if this even works on the boss. Yes, it does. Perfect. This was a perfect turn, honestly. Alright, and we'll just go all out here. That's fine, we're fine. Jojo and Lanfon will need some healing. Oh, we didn't even get to use the critical claim. We took down the Grand Lizier. She's also bigger than anyone. She's also an Amazon warrior, of course. She has a big claymore, and they do finishers when you win a duel. Phoenix, level 25. Very good. Oh yeah, that's right. We still have 1 point remaining from when I was doing some grinding. We'll put it in bow. We only need 4 more for needle shot. Ooh, a dragon scale. Very good. I can't quite believe it, but I realized while we were fighting, mortals do not launch great big flames from their mouths, do they? I really did not become one. Still, it matters not. I cannot allow myself the leisure of defeat. I cannot let my voluptua be taken back there. She must not return to the Mirage Mahal. It is full of liars and disloyal worms. I will die before I allow it. Please, wait. Miss Lay. Please, Phoenix, my good sir, you must wait. You must not harm his dryness any further. Without him, there would be none with whom our exalted majesty could share her deepest thoughts and feelings. But, Miss Lay, why? Why would you do this for me after I was so horrible to you? I cannot lie. I saw you, Highness. I saw you crying as you spoke to his dryness. You told him you were ashamed of your selfishness, that you were lonely without your esteemed parents. I only wished that you would have been able to share such feelings with us, your handmaidens also. Perhaps if it were so, you could become a different person and... Miss Lay. I feel so foolish. If I had only stopped to see that there were kindly souls, such as Miss Lay in the palace. But, lump-headed lizard that I am, I tried to take her from the one place full of people who care about her. Traveler. I can smell that you are not mortal either, and you seem to know a lot about the golden fruit. I do not relish its power any longer. I long to return to my lizardly form and live happily by Voluptua's side. I relinquish the fruit to you, traveler. I can live happily, knowing that Voluptua has loyal ladies like Miss Lay beside her. Oh my god. Reading this out loud is terrible. I feel like Matt Hardy's deletion character when I read that. Thank you, Celestial Traveler. Dracky-woo. I always knew you were watching out for me, weren't you, my Dracky-wacky-woo? It's Phoenix, isn't it? Thank you so much for saving me, and risking your life for me. I always thought that no one really cared about me. That's why I was so horrible to everyone. But I realized after what happened, I was wrong. Miss Lay, Drak, there are all kinds of people and creatures who care about me. Thank you so much. I'm so looking forward to working together with everyone to make our country the happiest in the world. If you're ever nearby, please come and visit Gleba again. Drak and I will welcome you with open arms. And that ends our travel here in Gleba, or at least story purpose travel. Have I played Final Fantasy VII? Actually, I haven't. I've only played a few Final Fantasy games. Final Fantasy 1, of course. But also Final Fantasy X. And have I really only played Final Fantasy and Final Fantasy X? I feel like there's another Final Fantasy game that I've played. The new Rebirth game is open world now. It's still coming. They just revealed the 30-minute gameplay sneak peek. Oh, I haven't heard about that. Is that the Final Fantasy VII remake that they're doing, where it's not the full game, they're releasing it in parts? Oh, Phoenix, how can I ever thank you enough? Since she was rescued from the well, Her Majesty has turned over an entire new leaf. It's the remake. Oh, okay. Well, I'm glad I know that much at least, because I feel like I did hear about the next part coming out. But yeah, I've never played Final Fantasy VII. I feel like it's one of those games that you kind of have to play, but it almost seems like the idea of it is so much bigger than it actually is as well. Like, for someone like me who's never played it, I don't have the emotional attachment to it. I got the Xbox, so I only got the classic Final Fantasy VII. Did they release it for for the Xbox? And Drak too. Ha! It seems so funny to think of him as a monster now. He has been behaving himself impeccably. Thank you so much. I'm so looking forward to working together with everyone to make our country the happiest in the world. Since the occurrence in which Drak dragged her off, Her Majesty has made a most magnificent effort to serve her people. Worry not, Aqueous old friend. Your daughter is as fine a queen as could be. Was there anything else in the castle that I couldn't do before that I can do now? His dryness ate the fruit and became a beast, who was able to carry the queen off and have her to himself as he had wished. Does this mean it was truly one of the golden fruits of legend? Then, what must you who travel in search of such fruits be? That guy's asking the real questions. We should get out of here before he blows our cover. Alright, we gotta go talk to the paladin. And then we'll go open some magic doors around the country, I guess. You have made yourself the whipping boy to protect your allies a full 10 times. Now you know what it is like to be a paladin. You are now versatile enough to venture into the paladin vocation. Well, if anyone wanted to make any of our characters a paladin, that is now an available option. Or if anyone wanted to make a new character and then also make them a paladin, that is also an option. Hey, Brunhild. What would you do if the weed here's soul turns out to be better than me? You'll be annoyed then, won't you? Foolish child, how could it be? You are the very pinnacle of souldom. There could be none better. Rawr! There's our soul that we control. Nice to meet you, boss. I'm Bombax, the supreme, stupendous, sensational soul who will be at your side from this day forth. A fitting soul for its master. Suitably sprightly. Yes, you make a fine pair. Ah, she's taking the mickey out of us. What makes you think you're so much better than us, eh? Snooty so-and-sos. Why don't we show you how much better we are? Let's have a little competition, if you're not too chicken. Oh, you're on. Can't wait. Boss, quick. Get to level 15 so we can come back and wipe the smirk off of their stupid, smug faces. I'll be with you all the way, boss. Get training. We can't afford to lose to these stuck-up madams. Yeah, but the classic FF7, the remake is exclusive for PS5, not Xbox. Oh, okay. Now, did you play Final Fantasy VII for its original release when you were a kid, or is when you got it for Xbox? Was that your first time playing it? The Wanderer leapt into the well, beat the beast, saved the queen as well. Your every deed inspires me to greater heights of songcraft. Thanks to you, I might even find my place in bardic legend. You're welcome. I played it on PS1 when I was 12 or 13 years old. Wow. Very cool. So you must be really excited then that they're remastering it at all. For me, like, the biggest game remake or remaster that has ever happened based off of a game I played in childhood was when the .hack GU trilogy was remastered for PS4. And then later for Steam and Nintendo Switch. I was very happy when that happened.